This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck as a 2005 Dodge Ram half-ton. It's a 1500. Obviously, it's a regular cab short bed. It's a 5.7-liter Hemi, and it's four-wheel drive. It has 93,000 miles, and is on a clear title. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in California. All we did here with this truck, we had to put a new ignition in. We had to actually build an ignition because they broke that when they stole it. And the back glass, the rear sliding window was broken out of it. And one of the catalytic converters had been stolen, which tells us they were just about ready to make this thing into a pile of metal when the cops busted them, because obviously the wheels were coming next. They're 20-inch wheels, and they're nice. So that was going to happen next. So that's what, oh, and the battery. So battery, back glass, one catalytic converter, and we had to rebuild the ignition. The front tires are about 30% tread. Rear tires are about 50 or 60% tread. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to try to accentuate the negatives and not the positives. The positives speak for themselves. The negatives do not. Usually people avoid that. There's usually Hemi emblems right here. You can see where there's little scrapes here where someone peeled them off. A little bit there. The hood looks excellent. Very unusual not to have any rock chips on the hood, but it's pretty good. Front bumper shows, you know, the usual front bumper stuff from highway driving and pushing or touching something. This is where the Hemi would go here, and you can see the little scrapes there. Trying to peel it off. Here's your passenger front tire. On the passenger side, I can only find two things. I see this little ding right here, which may or may not dent bust. I'm not sure if they can get a tool in and get that out or not, if you cared about doing that. That's all I can see there. And at the right angle, I can see one right there. Other than that, this side looks great. These wheels aren't perfect by any means. They're all still dirty, even though it came back from detail. That'll be another discussion with somebody else in a minute when I'm done with this. There's your tire. That's the passenger rear tire, like I said, about 50% tread. The tailgate has multiple dings and scratches and stuff. Scratch there, here, and then you got a push indent here and a push indent here and a real dent right there. So I wouldn't suggest fixing that, because by the time you get done fixing that, you might as well buy a aftermarket tailgate and have that painted. Got a tow package, lights. You have a brand new spare. I'm also told it has a nice little MagnaFlow exhaust on it. I would probably replace those tips. Those are kind of sad. They should be a little wider than that. This is the wheel that has the most scrapes and stuff. There's a scrape in here, obviously. This is usually from a car wash getting it, because obviously these aren't curb checks. That's from a car wash getting a hold of it. And their little scrubber going crazy. By the way, don't get that wheel, you know, those spinning wheels that they have that you can buy for an extra $1 at the car wash. That's a bad idea. Right here, I see a little rub here. Little bit right there. This is like glue I saw earlier, that more of the reason I'm going to be calling the detail shop next. That should come off. Now I'm going to start the vehicle, show you under the hood. There you go. Okay, there's that. Alright, there's your fenders. I'd like to show that these have never been off. This fender's never been off. You can see tool marks. Stick it where it belongs. There's a new battery. Have your motor running there. And that would be your emissions sticker. Alright. We'll go to this side. And it's not locked. So, I mean, it is locked, so we'll start with this side first. That's your driver window up and down. Passenger window up and down. Mirrors. Mirror out, mirror in, mirror up, mirror down. Alright, other side. Out, in, down, up. Alright, now let's go to the other side. Alright, let's see. Window. Oh, I put the window lock. No, I didn't. There you go. There's the window down and up. And the seat. The seat's in excellent condition. I don't think you had a passenger very often because they're notorious for getting the foam underneath here being gone. And I know it's that way on the driver's side. There's nothing going on here, so he drove alone. I'll show you the door locks in a minute. You can't work the door locks from the passenger side on these vehicles. And oh, you gotta have the door closed too. So let me close the door and do it. This is what Dodge does that so you don't lock yourself out. Forward and up and down. Front seat cushion up, front seat cushion down. Back seat cushion up, back seat cushion down. This is what I'm talking about. Everything feels fine right until you get right here. Then you've got the right from here to here. It's just like hollow for about that far, from about here to about here. So a lot of people just reach in through the back and stuff it. It's probably what I would do if I were doing it, but you may want to do it a different way. All right, let me get in the vehicle, and I will test the. First of all, let's listen to it real quick here. You can. So that's what the exhaust sounds like. It's not obnoxious aftermarket MagnaFlow, which is a good thing because it can be really obnoxious on those MagnaFlows if they want it to be. All right, roll this window up. It's hot. Probably gonna get to 100 today. It's mid-September. It's our last little run of really hot weather. All right, let's see. What do we want to do? We want to try the door locks first. There's the door locks. There you go. All right, there's your cluster. 93,786. There's cruise on and off. I'm doing that right there. All right, and then we have tow haul. See that go on and off. There you go. Radio.
There's where they're always on.
There's your radio. You have it says it's a 6-disc changer. And air conditioning. That's a beautiful thing. It works really well. It's blowing cold. Try that setting. That all works fine. All right, I'm gonna put it in neutral. I'm gonna go all the way up into 4-wheel drive. That's 4-wheel drive. Into drive. There. And that's drive. That's definitely 4 low. Granny gear there. And that's reverse. Perfect. All right. Let's go to neutral. Go all the way back to 4-wheel drive high, which is there. Now we're in 4 high. Put it in drive. And yeah, we can drive at speed in that. That's perfect. And reverse. Alright, so 4 high and low work fine. And they're real easy to shift, which is nice. Now we're in 2-wheel drive. And let's go for a ride. It's on a clear title. So if you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to have to pay a dock fee of $250 in taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. We have a lot of people fly down from Alaska, drive 4,000 miles home, and they have a 0% tax in Alaska. So when they come here, they pay 2% tax and $250 dock fee, and they drive home. Arizonans, our state tax rate is 6.1%. So an Arizonan is going to pay a total of 8.1% tax and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, all it is the agreed upon price. If you need a shipper, we have Fred at Beacon Shipping Logistics. His number is right in the middle of our ad. Give him a call. He communicates well. His prices are right in the middle. Too low and you'll never see your vehicle. Too high and obviously you're paying too much. So you want to be right in the middle, and Fred communicates well with these guys. He brings us all of our vehicles that we buy all over the country and does a really good job. Anyway, I'm going to go down here and then turn around and kind of get a little more gas. This is a residential area, so kind of frowned on going crazy, but I'll just do so in just a minute. Also, please make sure you get a deposit in. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Without a deposit, we do not have a deal. Once we have a deposit, we will put your name and a banner over the vehicle at our website at wheelk.com, and you'll know it's sold, and you'll know that we recognize your deposit, and we won't take money from anyone else. It's yours. All right. Just gonna look around for cops here real quick. Ticket. Anyway, it runs fine. I could have driven a little bit harder. I just not in the mood to get a ticket. Anyway, it runs great. Even with 20s on, it's got a pretty decent ride. 20s usually make it quite a bit rockier. Also, if you're on eBay, I give this speech on all my vehicles at the end of every video. If you want to confirm that, please go to all the videos we have at our website at wheelk.com. This is not a new truck. This is especially for the eBay people. It's not a new truck. If you want a new Hemi with warranty and the engineers that'll stand behind the warranty and everything, they're, gosh, this thing's probably, I don't know, $30 or $32 or $3,000. And if you're really expecting this to be a new one, then you need to go buy one of those. Okay. Like I say in every video, the engineers know what they're doing. They set a mileage in a year at which the warranties are voided, and that's where they feel comfortable with that. Basically, they're saying for Ford or Dodge or Chevy or Porsche or wherever, they don't know what's going to happen after that point, and it could be catastrophic, or it could be the greatest car ever for 1,000,000 miles, but they're done with the car. So whatever Dodge or Ford or Chevy or Porsche or Lexus knows from their engineers, they know more than us. So we don't know what's going to happen to this car next week. And if you really want to know what's going to happen to it and you want to be safe from whatever is happening to it, buy a car with warranty at the auto mall and spend the money. You're going to save a lot of money with this vehicle. And if you have to fix it at some point, then use that money that you saved to fix it. It just drove great for me. We've been up and down I-10 with it a couple times. The mechanics have inspected it. Put a cat on it, a rear back glass, a battery, and rebuilt the ignition. And that's about it. Oh, here we go. Get this up here too. Let's see. That's that. The overhead cluster works also. So anyway, please don't expect a new car because you're not getting one. But that's about it. All right. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great week, safe weekend, and hopefully it'll cool off.